Will you blame the ignorance of young ladies being used for rituals by young boys just to get money? Well, we will trash that out right here. Welcome to Shake That Table with Amah T, the visuals, right here on YouTube. Now, this is a show where you have your voice. All you have to do is comment on a WhatsApp edition of Shake That Table every Tuesday evening. If you are not part of it, please do well to click the link on the post to join the WhatsApp community of table shakers, or you can text us on Instagram to be part of this great movement. We will be right with our guests to shake tables. Stay with us.
Hi guys, I'm Funmi Sawyer. I'm a content creator, a writer and a podcaster, and I'm here to shake tables with Amah T.
Hello everyone, I'm Eneojo, a writer, a children coordinator and a leadership enthusiast, and I'm here to shake that table with Amah T.
Welcome everyone. You are the most important part of this show, so hey, do well to comment, follow, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. But then we are shaking tables right now. So down to the question, my guest. Will you blame the ignorance of young girls being used for ritual, or do you think the society and parents are not doing enough in training our young children? Funmi.
I believe the girls are not to be blamed, but then the society and the parents play a huge role in what is playing on what is going on right now. Yeah, that's my own opinion.
Solomon.
I think I quite agree when you say you do not blame the girls, but then again, it tilts towards you blaming the guys.
Yes,
but
definitely.
eventually, each one of us make up the society. It's not an individual thing. So you cannot begin to want to blame a particular gender. We need to bring it under the whole umbrella of the society if we actually are going to play this role.
But then which gender does it more?
Which gender does it more? I think that both genders are on a quest for money.
But then who has the pressure applied on them more?
The guys.
To get money.
The guys.
Then why do you opt for the wrong way?
Is it the fault of the guys that they have that pressure? No, it's the society.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask Kemi. Sorry, Funmi.
Amah.
Funmi, wait. Let me ask Funmi. A lady have said to me one time that I just need a guy who has car, that's the only thing I need. And
exactly.
So if a guy, I'm the guy, let me say I now have the car and I carry you, and my baba said I should use one thing and use one thing and I'll get you just like that.
True.
I'm just giving you a scenario.
True.
Who needs this money? Who needs this comfort? Who needs this pleasure? Are we going to put it on the gender, or we are going to say this is something general that we should all work on individually?
Okay, well.
Okay, so we are going to say.
Like I said, I don't think it's a gender specific thing.
Okay.
I think it's just a society together, the value system that we've been able to portray as a society. Because the society is not made up of one individual, it's made up of what's the male gender and the female gender. So yeah, that's my thing.
Okay, you've heard them. Now let's hear what you have to say. Do well to comment. Now down to read your comments from online Shake That Table. This person here says, greed is in ladies' nature. Yes, they won't agree. That's all.
Take me back to the days of Adam and Eve.
Wow. So, first of all, that person, I'm very sure he's a guy. He's a guy that said
maybe
that.
not.
Well, we don't know, but then.
No, he's a guy that said that.
What if it's a lady?
Okay, what if it's a lady? Well, she should speak for herself.
So are you saying ladies do not have greed in them?
Everybody has the tendency. Let's put it that way. Everybody has the tendency to be greedy.
Okay.
It's not left to you if you want to build it,
Or you don't want to.
or you don't want to.
All right, let's hear what HRH is going to say.
Okay, so this person says if we say we are blaming the girls for their ignorance, or the ones that are all about want to chill with the big boys,
Not bam bam.
I want to bam bam. How about the innocent girls, the ones that randomly fall victim of these heartless boys? And then she goes on, or he goes on to say that, so I'll blame the society, most especially their parents, because how can a 17-year-old boy already be feeling oppressed
God bless you.
for not being able to feed himself when he's still meant to be under the care of the parent?
What are you thinking about at 17? At 17, me, I was still preparing for YFO.
Shit, scholar.
I accept to pray, but I had just written like I was praying that in like should give me a little
But we should talk about this pressure, because
Yeah, I think that's a major thing.
you are in
actually.
SS2 and your classmate is already coming to school with iPhone, you know, living big life, and you are like, why God, why me?
You know, for me, I feel like this takes us, I feel this takes us back to the agents of socialization, the peer, the family, the church, the mass
Exactly.
media. We see children of celebrities go about with phones that are way too expensive for their age, and then when you begin to see these things, it just rings in your psyche that, oh, I need something like this. And then when you begin to see your peers, irrespective of how they actually irrespective of how they actually get their money, you just want to ensure that you have it as well.
I beg to differ,
Okay.
because I believe as a person, if you want to be pressured, you will be pressured. If you don't want to be pressured, you won't. There's nothing anyone will tell you. It's just like there's a fire right there, and I tell you, go and put your hand in the fire. I came out, nothing happened to me. But it's obvious, you know, if I put my hand in this fire, I'll be burned.
My dear, on paper, this thing just is actually very, very simple. But when it comes to reality, you go think
You go reason now.
What if
Your
you do
guys
not want
are
to be
using
pressured?
iPhone X and iPhone 13 and what have you, and
That's
you are here with your
Android.
Android.
That is where
Please.
contentment comes in. If you really want that money, why can't you work for it and save it?
That
and
is the
get your
work.
phone?
See, that's the problem. That's where.
Why
all this
must
problem
you
comes
get? Why must you get that iPhone the wrong way?
Do you know that in this Buhari era, even your work self know the show? That's another angle to bring into it. Because if you begin to look at it from that angle of having to work genuinely for your money, and I'm actually an advocate for that, the economy we are in right now, does it really support that?
Sorry, make I use this language. Which particular work you want work? We go can't give you iPhone.
Nah.
Like in the next.
There are a whole lot.
Wait, like in
There are a whole
for
lot.
a
You
child
can do-
for a child that is 16, 17 years.
First of all, let's even start from there. What is a 16, 17-year-old doing with an iPhone?
Okay.
11?
Why are they even
iPhone.
working in
Okay,
the first place?
before
You
we
get-
cause some violence, Funmi, let's have your own comment.
Okay. Sai, it's awful how desperate these young people have gotten. This system can frustrate the hardest working youth, which I support, but turning into ritualism is just pure evil. The girls can't be blamed as they are just victims of these treacherous people. The parents, well, I don't know. Family background can also play a huge role on a person's values. And I would give me a moment to pause on that. As a parent, you don't just have the role, you're not just giving that right to bring a child to the world. If you know you cannot take care of your child, if you know you cannot impact the right and appropriate values for that on that child, if you know you don't have the adequate resources to bring up that child, you don't have any right having sex.
Thank
to bring
you.
forth
Thank
the
you.
child.
Thank
Let's
you.
start from
Thank
there.
you. Exactly
Then-
what I said earlier.
Okay, sorry to continue this. Family, okay, these ritualists need to be curbed and punished severely, young or not. And for me, the appropriate punishment is death. You die. You kill person, you
I
yourself
think we
go
will
die.
talk about the appropriate
Simple.
punishment next time. So, what are you going to say about that?
As regards that comment, actually, it brings us back to what I said earlier about the system. The economy does not favor hard work. Even in our educational system, how many people are
Rightfully
working
deserve
exactly? How many people
grades.
are working so hard and their results are not even synonymous to what
Yeah,
they are getting?
getting.
You
Yeah,
get?
true.
So when you begin to put all of these things together, that's why when you said that if you want to be pressured, you will be pressured. My dear, it doesn't really work that way in reality. Whether or not you want to be pressured, the pressure just comes because you can be sitting down in your room. You'll be scrolling to somebody's WhatsApp status and all of a sudden, my life, I don't die. That's the way it is.
Okay.
So let's.
And as regards the kidnappers, I beg, please. There are actually legal means of making money, even in this economy. And if you want to begin to think about it, in the first instance, 17-year-olds are not even supposed to be working. Why are they working, for crying out loud? That's why their parents have to come in.
Even if you want to work as a 16, 17-year-old, there are so many things you can
Go and be a teacher.
that doesn't
So please can we read the next comment? Go and be teach children, teach them
wrong things.
Or you can work in factories.
Even if you don't want to, there are restaurants you can apply as a waiter, you can apply as a salesperson. You could go and learn a trade or something and use it to build yourself.
All right, Mr. Solomon.
Very well, thank you very much. Okay, this person says that the society is broken on many fronts, and I agree. It says our family values have been eroded completely. The day-to-day realities of many of our people at the streets corners are a sharp contrast from what we sit down here to analyze. As I said, bring it down to reality. On paper, it's actually very easy to say you might not want to be pressured, but when the going gets tough, man, it's actually going to be really
I think
tough
every
one.
young boy have thought of like we don't date things say just no try this year. But we have family training. You know, there's training past training. There's where you come from that you can't even think about it. There's where you can think but you can't do it. There are people that they don't even care. They just do it.
And that's where you actually have the parents. I'm going to bring in this example. I'm a type of child whereby when I bring something home, my parents ask me, who gave you this?
Shout out to the Sawyers.
Where did you get this from? And at first when my parents do this, I'm like, don't you trust me again?
Okay.
And my dad had to sit me down. I was like, it's not because I don't trust you. It's because I don't want a situation whereby someone comes and says, I saw this with your daughter, or I've seen that your daughter has this, and she stole it. I won't be able to beat my chest and say, I know where my daughter brought this thing home. So you also have parents. Why would you have a child who goes out one day and all of a sudden they're coming back home with one luxurious phone, they're driving the next best rated car, and you don't ask questions? They're like, hey, my son got this thing. He comes with the story of, a huge contract landed. What contract landed?
Exactly.
Where did you get the job from? Who gave you the money? You don't ask these questions. You just say, oh, my son this, my daughter this, and you just start taking the money.
Sensitization to families, to parents, to the society. We need orientation.
You know, it says that there's a saying that charity begins at home.
Wow.
So let's start with the parents. First off, do they have the adequate training that is needed to take care of children? See, if Konji they do you, I beg.
Use condom. Use
Thank
condom.
you very much.
Not everybody are meant to be parents.
Don't
use condom.
If you do
have
not
sex,
have the
enjoy your life.
resources to take care of a child, please do not give
bring
birth. Do not give birth. Because when you give birth, you begin to cause a menace to the society, and that is the root of all of these
do not
issues.
hide under the blessing of under the statement of children are a blessing from God. Yes, children are a blessing from God. But if you cannot take care of that children, those children become a menace.
Yorubas will even say, please don't. If you cannot take care of a child, don't give birth.
Let me now bring this and say, yes, children are gifts from God. That's what they say. But when you receive a gift, you must be able to handle that gift. You must be able to, make that gift worthy of being a gift. So curb that gift, grow that gift, train that gift. Don't be too
free,
pampered,
too lax
towards it. That is why it's your own. But the problem now is, how were they trained? We reflect to how they train their children. Let's have your comment.
True.
What you just said, how were they trained, reflect on how they are trained. I think that it's actually a circle, yes. But then again, people break out of circles. Do not, because of your past experiences, begin to now replicate that particular experience in another person's life. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your children, whether unborn or yet unborn, to ensure that they get the best care possible.
But there's a saying that your children are a reflection of who you are.
Exactly why I said it is possible for you to break out from whatever circle it is that you are coming from. Because you had bad parents or parents that do not really care does not mean that you also have to be that parent.
Yes,
Do you get what I'm saying? Right. So all in all, I think that the society generally has a huge role to play in curbing this kidnapping and our value system, especially.
All right. Let's have the last comment.
For me, most of these girls are after boys all because of money.
You want to bam bam?
They just choose to be intentionally ignorant and fall victims. As for the guys, naoju kokoro, that's greediness. They worry them. Anyone caught should be severely punished.
Did you take that line? There's a line I like. They just choose to be ignorant. So I don't. So that brings us our question.
Most of these girls are after boys all because of money.
Do you support
They just
that?
choose to be intentionally ignorant.
Do you support?
No.
But you
I
know.
don't. Even though yes, we actually have the girls who know that yes, so these are Yahoo boys, and they still follow them. Those ones that.
For me, let me ask you a question. Will you date a ready-made man or a guy with prospects?
Somebody wants
See,
to.
let me tell you something. I like that comment actually. The girls are intentionally ignorant and the guys have ojukoko, the guys have greediness. It brings me to that point where I said that it is not just the gender specifics. Both genders have a good role to play in this. And again, when you say who are the persons that are much more under pressure for money, the guys, but it is the society in general, because guys are providers, guys are protectors. You won't want to be in a relationship where it is just the girl that's giving money.
Who says the woman can't be the provider? Who says she can't be the protector? In cases of families whereby the man is the one who loses his job and the woman is the one who provides.
My dear, you want to take us back to the creation story?
Please let's maintain where we are.
Yeah, exactly. We do not want to digress.
Let's not go too far.
We're not digressing, are we?
No, we aren't.
But then again, like I said, it is not just gender specific. Okay, it's not gender specific.
Society.
Both genders. This is the society in general. Each one of us make up the society, and if all of us, just as you are doing now, you're watching us at home, please begin to teach your child, your children, a very good value system. Teach them exactly what they need to know and stop being a menace to the society.
Impact on your children, the values you as a person know deep within you are right. Exactly. That child you want to see, start training that child from now. That child you will be proud to point at and say, oh, that's my child. Yeah, that's my son, that's my daughter. I trained that. Start training that child from now.
Thank you very much, Funmi and Solomon. God bless both of you for shaking tables. I don't think normally if there's a physical table right now, if I don't break, because at some point Funmi if you just carry the tea and stone person. But then thank you so much for watching. Now listen, this is just a tip. Do well to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment use the comments box and comment. Tell us what you feel about what just happened right now. And please don't just listen and be entertained. No, let's imbibe this in our society. This should stop. Enough of young girls being killed. For what?
No one, sorry to cut you short, Amah. No one, prostitutes, witch, whatever, greedy girl, no matter what, no human being deserves to be killed.
Let me take it in from the side of the guys. Please do not pressure our guys too much.
I beg. Stop comparing them.
Exactly.
In support of what they are saying.
Stop it.
Girls, please, we are not handicaps. You don't need to wait on a guy
a job.
to pay your
Don't
bills.
wait for that guy to have a car. You
don't
can have a car.
Be your own boss, girl. Be your own boss. In as much as we want to be a mioga, be organ also a mioga.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for watching. Thank you everyone. God bless you. Do well to join the WhatsApp community. Use the link on the post, and you can also follow us on Instagram at Shake That Table with Amah_T. See you next week. God bless you.